Leading MEPs have appealed to British Prime Minister Boris Johnson to stop blocking negotiations on a trade agreement with the EU. An agreement on a contract text must be achieved by autumn. Otherwise, at the beginning of next year, in addition to the corona economic crisis, there was also the risk of economic upheaval due to the unregulated exit of the UK from the EU internal market and the customs union. The EU had made an offer to the UK that never existed for a third country, said Brexit representative for the European Parliament David McAllister from the CDU. 50% of British exports would continue to go to the EU in the future. Of course, duty-free access to the world's largest single market is an interesting offer for the British economy, said McAllister. But this access has a price. Great Britain will continue to have to adhere to certain EU standards, said McAllister. In return, we demand a clear commitment to the applicable fair conditions of competition on both sides of the English Channel. However, Johnson has so far categorically rejected this. He insists that the UK, now an independent state, will make sovereign decisions. Great Britain left the EU at the end of January, but will continue to belong to the internal market and the customs union until the end of a transition period that ends on December 31st. If a trade agreement is not concluded by then, tariffs and other trade barriers would be reintroduced. The EU economy in particular could be hit hard. The talks about the follow-up agreement have been going in circles for weeks. The British side has so far refused to accept clauses for fair competition. A fisheries agreement that both sides could agree on is also a long way off. A contract would have to be in place by October so that it could come in effect at the beginning of next year. The chairman of the Trade Committee in the European Parliament, the SPD politician Bernd Lange, accused Johnson of putting political ideology before the economy. I don't think economic consideration mattered to Johnson, Lange told several newspapers. Instead, the British Prime Minister repeatedly emphasized the independence of Great Britain, which had ostensibly gained new strength after leaving the EU. But the reality is different. For example, Johnson's idea of reaching a free trade agreement with the US before the end of the year came to an end. And Lange said to this, "The US have now made it clear that there will be no trade agreement before the November elections. With a sensible agreement between the EU and Great Britain, it might be possible to mitigate the economic consequences of leaving the EU." Lange, however, was skeptical as to whether Boris Johnson could be ready. Boris Johnson's management of the corona crisis wasn't exactly outstanding either. He has long denied the matter, said the NEP. And if you now want to know more about European politics from a German point of view, YouTube has chosen another of my videos for you right here in the end screen, right next to your chance to subscribe to my channel. I'll see you in my next video. Click and enjoy. Viel Spaß!